Well, hello, beautiful people. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done a video or spoken on a topic, and I wanted to get on here and share something with you all about just what God has shown me on my own personal journey as I'm living my life and growing and maturing into the woman that He has called me to become and created me to be. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try to do videos, but I'm probably not gonna be on here as much as you might see most other people. I noticed that there are some coaches, some speakers who are, giving videos every day, and praise God for that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally sometimes watching their videos and learning from them and growing and things like that. But for me, just where I'm at in my life, like what I want to focus on in my life, like focusing on my children, focusing on self growth and improvement, and just building my own personal life. I just oftentimes don't have the time to get on and stay committed to like something every day or like even sometimes once a week. But something happened to me over the past couple of weeks that I just wanted to share with you all. When it comes to the value of a good man or a good woman, and I think it's important to discuss and talk about that because I think we look at a good man or a good woman as they come a dime a dozen. And when you're thinking about the culture that we're in, when you're thinking about relationships and how people are navigating through life, you will soon come to learn that a good man or a good woman, a truly good man or good woman, it's very rare, and it's not just everywhere you look and everywhere you turn. And you know as I'm going through my own personal journey of just allowing God to remove the things that He needs to remove out of my life and to instill the things and the character traits that He wants to, so that I can not only be a great woman but also a great wife one day. um there are times where in my journey I'm like, okay, Lord, where is he? Where is he? You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm where I need to be and who I need to be, and I'm ready for my king. I'm ready for him. But and I've talked to the Lord about this, on and off, right? Some days I'm fine. I'm like, okay, I'm great, and for the most part, I'm fine, y'all. I'm not out here desperate for no man or nothing like that. But, as a woman who, especially when you start to understand and really appreciate and value marriage and the beauty of marriage and how God created it to be, you desire that. You want that for your life. You want that. You want to experience that level of love and commitment and sacrifice and partnership. And so because of that desire, you're, at times like, okay, Lord, like what's going on? And it's funny because when I try to come and talk to the Lord on my own logic and what I think and who I think deserves a husband or deserves a spouse, the Lord actually had to check me on some things. He had to check me because there was a point in time where I was coming to the Lord and I'm like, okay, hold up. Logically, I am a great catch. Like, I'm, attractive. I got, long hair. It's mine. I'm intelligent. I'm a resourceful woman. I am a woman who's, about her business, who's doing her own thing, who's taking care of house, taking care of home. What's going on? I'm a great catch. Why men should be knocking down my door? And I'm going to be honest with y'all, the Lord had to check me on some things, especially the physical aspect. And, He basically was like, Joy, I'm going to give you a husband, but the reason why I'm going to bless you with a husband has nothing to do with the way you look. It has nothing to do with how fine you are, or how long your hair is, or if you light skin or dark skin, or, if you tall or short. That has nothing to do with why I bless someone. And you think you're not being superficial, but the Lord even had to show me my superficiality. And he said a good marriage and a good man and a good husband, or a good spouse in general, is my favor. He said that's the favor that I give you. And that favor has nothing to do with your physicality. It has nothing to do with your outward appearance. My favor has to do with the fact that I believe you're ready for my favor. I believe you're ready to receive my blessing. And I'm like, it humbled me. It really humbled me. It was like, okay, Lord, I'm like, you're right. You're right. It has nothing to do with being tall, being short, being skinny, having a nice shape, having a nice curve. It has nothing to do with that. God's favor and why he chooses to bless whom he chooses to bless is at his discretion. And that put me in a place of humility, and not even that, but just to accept that, let God's will be done. It's not about your will. It's about God's will being done in your life. And if he chooses to bless you with a spouse, it's because of his will in your life, not something you deserve, or because you fine, or because you look a certain way, or you act a certain way. It's his favor over your life. And I had to apologize to the Lord. And I was like, Lord, you're right. You're absolutely right. And thank you for checking me on that. Honestly, thank you for checking me on that. But the Lord didn't want to leave me in that broken place, because he wanted to show me, no, there is value in you. Don't think that there's not priceless value in you as a woman, as a virtuous woman. He said, but just stop focusing on your look. Stop focusing on the outward appearance. Stop focusing on the superficiality and the physical things that people think about. He said, what makes you a great woman has nothing to do with the way you look. And I know we like to think it does, because we like to say, well, men choose, and that's the first thing they see is your looks and all this and the third. But we're talking about what God has put together, not what man puts together. Man judges the outer appearance, but it is God who looks at the heart. And so a lot of times what will happen is we'll see people blessed with a spouse and with a loving spouse, and we'll look at their physicality and we'll judge them for that. And we'll say, who are you to deserve to have a spouse? You overweight, or you this, or you that. And the Lord has shown me my favor has nothing to do with outer appearance. That's what y'all use to judge. That's what y'all use to judge on who or what you feel is more deserving than the next. And he showed me that what makes you a great catch has nothing to do with your outer appearance. It has nothing to do with your beauty or your charm. It has to do with your character, and it has to do with the things that I've instilled in you and the blessings that you will bring a man. And how he made this evident is actually through one of my friends on social media. And recently he reached out to me, and he expressed his gratitude in the type of person and who I was, and how that positively affected and influenced his life. And I thought it was extremely impactful, but also I was very grateful, because let me tell y'all, at times even a good woman or a good man questions themselves. When they don't have people knocking down their door or trying to get at them or talk to them or court them or date them or whatever the case may be, even a good man or a good woman will eventually question themselves, and they'll start questioning their value and start pondering and second guessing the gift and the value and the pricelessness that's within them. And I thank God, because God will send somebody sometimes right on time to remind you that you are a woman of value, or you are a man of value. And he did it through my Facebook friend, and he reached out to me, and you know, it was one message. He reached out and said he missed our conversations, and he, you know, enjoyed them, and he was thankful for them and appreciative for them. And then the next conversation we had after we had like a discussion on a specific topic was he talked about how after talking with me, it influenced him positively, and it challenged him to stretch, to grow, and to get his creative juices flowing, and to basically produce more productivity in his life. And the Lord has said, that right there, my daughter, he said, that is what makes you a woman of value. It's the impact and the influence that you leave with those whom you interact with and engage with. And you know, he thanked me for my friendship. He thanked me for engaging with me, my engagement, my listening skills, just being a listener, and just, you know, just having a connection with him. And it allowed me to see, like, okay, Joy, this is why you are a woman of value. This is why you're priceless. Because let me tell you something, y'all. A person who, when you leave their presence, you are a better person, you don't want to take that for granted. That's just not out here in this world, especially in the current culture and generation that we're living in. Everyone's looking to take from you. Everyone's looking to manipulate you and to take advantage of you, or to see what they can get from you. But not many people are pouring into you. And not only that, but when they leave you in a better state as a person. And that's something that, if you are a good man or a good woman, you need to recognize that within yourself, and you need to truly appreciate that within yourself. Appreciate that value that you bring to people's lives. And if you know somebody like that, that should lead you to seriously value that presence in your life. It's funny, the main issue I've always had when I've either dated men or have talked to men or engaged with men, many men, not all men, is the fact that I'm a challenge, and I challenge them, and I call them to greatness, and I call them to something greater. And I'm starting to understand and realize not everybody desires that. There are going to be a lot of people who desire you for whatever reason they do, whatever selfish reason they desire you, whether it be your looks, whether it be, you know, they're attracted to you, or, you know, whatever reason or motive that they have. But a lot of times when they really dig underneath the surface and they start to uncover the real you, and that real you is something that's going to challenge their status quo, is something that's going to challenge who they are as a person to make them better, a lot of people are then going to back away, and they don't want to have anything to do with that. And I had to solidify within myself and be at peace with that in myself. That, Joy, you are a woman of value. You are a woman who has so much to give, but not everybody can receive what you have to give. Not everybody can receive the gift that is within inside of you. Not everybody recognizes it, not everybody values it, and not everybody desires it. And you have to be at peace with being alone if necessary. You have to be at peace with valuing yourself to such a degree that you may have to walk alone for a season, for a while, until the one who truly values it, and not only that, but is qualified to receive it, comes. And I want to encourage every good man and every good woman that there is something inside of you that the majority of the world does not have. The majority of the world does not operate in. And the majority of the world doesn't value. And it's something that you have to value within yourself and to be at peace within yourself enough to not compromise who you are and the value and the treasure that you have in order to appease people that are not going to value it anyway. And it's interesting because men will kind of come in and out my life. They'll engage with me, they see the value, but they won't step up to the plate or qualify themselves for it to receive it. And yet, every now and then, they'll want to reach back out to me. Hey, how you? Or, how's it going? And I'm like, Because let me tell you something. If you don't have a certain value or respect for what I have to bring as a woman, as a human being, and what I have to offer, and if you can't recognize that, then you may not get another chance with me. You may not get another conversation with me. My conversation, my engagement, what I have to offer is not something you want to take for granted. And it's not me per se, it's God who lives in me. It's God who works through me and who operates through me and who does through me. But I have to value that enough to not compromise it and not just give it to dogs and swine. The word says, do not cast your pearls to swine, or they will trample it upon their feet, up under their feet. And it's really something that I've come to peace with. It means that there may be months, sometimes years for some of us, where we go without engaging with people. And it shows me not that I'm less valuable. It shows me that there are not a lot of people who appreciate value. And I pray that those of us who are truly working on ourselves, truly refining who we are as human beings, and truly desiring to grow and walk in our greatness, I pray that we truly understand what we have and the gem that lies within us, and we value it, and we don't cast it to swine. We don't give it to dogs. Because let me tell you, the test is going to come. There are going to be times you feel lonely. There are going to be times where you wish you had someone who really appreciates you, who wants to connect with you and even commit to you. But the current culture that we're in, y'all, does not promote value. It does not promote value. And we have to have enough value within ourselves to be willing to stand alone, to be willing to walk alone for seasons. And I want to also encourage you that there are people who see it, because like my friend saw it in me and he acknowledged his gratitude for it. There are people who see it. There are people who are going to acknowledge it. It's going to be very far and few, but there are going to be people who are going to acknowledge it. And one day, just one day, there will be the right person that not only can acknowledge it and value it, but is also qualified to commit to it. And that will be that person that God has for you. That will be that person. So I pray that you continue to hold fast and to continue to trust and believe in the process that's going on within you and the process that God is doing around you to bless you with the person that is truly going to be right for you. It really encouraged me. I think, my friend, you know who you are. It really encouraged me that, because, at times, like I said, I was questioning myself. There are times where I question myself. And I thank God, because he's an on-time God, and he sent his thoughts of gratitude at such a timely season that I needed it. And so I just want to encourage you all today, keep growing, keep being refined, keep maturing, and don't cast your pearls to swine. Don't give them to dogs. Save it, because there will be those who will appreciate it, and there will be that one who will commit to it. All right, I hope to talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.